How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's going to be a short and quick video today. It is the first time I am mentioning anything about NASCAR 22. Now, I do want to say real quick, forget NASCAR 21 Ignition. Let's just forget about it. Forget the launch, all that stuff. We know you don't got to beat a dead horse about it. NASCAR 22. If you don't want Motorsport Games making it, I don't know what to tell you because they have the contract till 2029. So, good luck. I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members for always supporting the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Now let's get into it. So I do need to make a few videos about NASCAR 22 in the near future. We are in March. I usually make a video about the next NASCAR game when it comes out that year. I usually make that in January to February. I haven't made it yet. And the reason why I do it there is because obviously game development gets kind of in full swing around that time. For NASCAR 21, game development was a little bit longer, but for NASCAR 22, it is, you could get into that January, February, March, and then you kind of like, start going to full game development. You're not going to see a lot more patches on NASCAR 21 because they're essentially all kind of going into NASCAR 22, as well as Motorsport Games is currently making the BTCC game, and they're also working on IndyCar as well that I think is supposed to release in 2023, and all of these games should be running on the same game engine, so they should feel pretty similar in terms of UI, in terms of physics, and unfortunately maybe in terms of bugs. So that has to be, I'll talk about the future about it and what features we want in the game in a future video. But for this one, let's keep it short and sweet. I'm going to show you two pictures here. You saw driver scans last year, but not every driver got scanned. I don't know the exact number. It was, I think, around 20, maybe a few more than 20 got scanned. But Daniel Hemrick and AJ Allmendinger at Colleague Racing, they got driver scans, and this was the first time anyone mentioned it from Twitter. It was Colleague Racing did a driver scan with Motorsport Games for NASCAR 22. That was the first time I even heard that it was mentioned. Side note, please don't call it NASCAR 22 Ignition. Just call it NASCAR 22. Let's not put a little title on there. But the little fuss about all this was that they were both wearing their Xfinity Series suits, and people thought that maybe they were going to add the Xfinity Series in the game. I actually thought that too. When I saw this tweet, I was in Orlando and I was like, crap, I probably should have made a video about this right away, but I couldn't do it, so we're making it today. But after thinking about it a little bit more and doing some more research, Hemrick and Allmendinger are doing part-time with Colleague Racing in the 16, and I think what it is Motorsport Games is just getting all of the Cup drivers, their head scan. I don't think it actually is Xfinity drivers getting scanned. Now, I might be wrong. If in the near future an Xfinity only driver gets their head scan, then that would be confirmation that, yeah, Xfinity Series is coming in. But no, this is mainly for the Cup Series, and I'm happy about that because initially when I first saw this, I was like, wait a minute. If they're adding trucks and Xfinity to the game, I'm going to be very upset because me personally, I don't want that in the game, and I told them they should have put that in the game. My whole philosophy around it is if you want to add more content, then your game or the content you already have there has to be fleshed out and done right, which we all know NASCAR 21 has not done. So adding Xfinity and trucks, which is what NASCAR Heat 2 actually did, would be a giant mistake in my opinion. So I don't want to see that really anytime soon until the main game with the main Cup drivers that is the reason why people buy the game is better, solid, fleshed out. I know diehard fans might buy it for Xfinity and trucks, but you have to think about this from a business perspective. If you are trying to sell a game and make some profit or whatever you want to do, you use the Cup Series. You don't use Xfinity and trucks. And then just from a quality standpoint, my whole philosophy is quality over quantity. So if you want to add more paint schemes and more cars, but the quality isn't there, I don't agree with it. And I think it's like I've been saying, it's very clear NASCAR 21 is already lacking on quality. That quality has to be raised before then you can add quantity. So that is the philosophy that I hope they're going to, and I pushed it on them as much as I could. I'm telling you, so you guys just know that if I try to give them advice, because you guys know I do talk to Motorsport Games here and there, I stressed as much as I could quality over quantity. So if anything that that they add or something, just know that I didn't agree with it, and I tried to give them the best advice possible. I don't want to get any blame on this, okay? But that's about it. Yeah, short and sweet video, guys. NASCAR 22, more head scans coming in. I'm expecting all the Cup drivers to have head scans. And then we will make a NASCAR 22 video probably sometime next week, where I will be asking for your guys' opinions on what should be added. But more importantly, it's going to be a little bit different, because I'll be asking you guys what should be added, but more importantly, what minor details you want fixed or minor features you want added instead of major stuff, because there's still a lot of fixing and stuff that we have to do. Like, for example, instead of adding, a owner mode, why don't we fix the AI? Those are the types of things I'm talking about. Would you give or take here or there? And I want your guys' opinions, where then Motorsport Games could read all the comments, and whether it influences their decision or not, at least you are able to give your opinion and hopefully have some sort of say and influence into what they want to do. Obviously, they probably have a list with everything they want to put in, but on a yearly release, guys, you can't put everything in. It takes time, and it really is like we're back at the drawing board. I remember NASCAR Heat Evolution was the worst game I ever played. NASCAR E2, NASCAR, you have to be patient, yada yada yada, kind of back at the drawing board. But the main base game is actually pretty good, so they just need to fix the bugs and fix everything around it, and I think you would have a pretty good game. That's it for me. Take care of yourselves, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. I'll be back tomorrow with normal gaming, whatever video it is. I don't know what we're going to do yet. And then we'll talk about NASCAR 22 sometime next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Leave your comments down below. Do you think there is maybe a possibility Xfinity is added? And if you do want Xfinity in it, would you agree with that? I don't. Personally, that's just saying my opinion. I do not. So would you want it? Give me your reasons why and everything else. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.